The iPhone Ultra has officially leaked, and it looks like this. In fact, the entire 18 Pro lineup coming this fall has already leaked in a couple of big ways. And we also just got our best look yet at how the new software is going to work as well, because Apple isn't even trying to hide these new foldable iPhone features. Here's everything you need to know, and also big thanks to WhisperFlow for sponsoring this video. Okay, so in case you've been living under a rock or without internet for the last couple of days, let me catch you up to speed with what is going on right now. Long story short, WWDC has kind of come and gone. Tim gave his final good morning, and now we have our best look yet at not just the software features officially launching later this year, but also the hardware. And when it comes to iOS 27, I mean, that brown color scheme is definitely an interesting choice, and really by and large, it was kind of what the rumors told us it would be. It was all about speed and performance and optimizations, and Apple trying to go back and fix everything just to make the experience better. And usually, when things are really boring with the software, things are much more exciting with the hardware that actually is tuned to run with that software. They're usually sometimes holding things back for the fall and some more surprises. For starters, kind of the biggest Easter egg out there is the fact that now you can dynamically scale mirrored iPhone screens and apps to look very conveniently optimized for a folding phone on macOS Golden Gate. Like, if this isn't a preview of what is to come with the iPhone Ultra, then I don't know what is. It seems like they're not even trying to hide this. Also pair that with the fact that there are multiple breadcrumbs within iOS 27 that have to do with the number of screens and also the state of a hinge on a certain device. You also have some interesting Easter eggs in the actual video, and then you have Apple flat out telling developers,
now, instead of designing for specific devices and orientations, you're designing for a dynamic range of sizes and aspect ratios.
Spoiler alert, folding phone is coming. Get ready and get your apps ready now. It really just seems like the story with iOS 27 is once again a lot of lofty, ambitious promises that may or may not come true. For example, voice dictation. They made a big deal about this with iOS 27. They've been saying for years this system was going to be more intelligent and, better, but I've never really actually experienced that on any of my devices. And even though it seems a little better with Developer Beta 1, it still is a far cry from what you actually want, which is exactly why I ditched Apple's built-in system, and really all built-in systems, long ago, and have been a believer and a longtime user and mega fan of this video sponsor, WhisperFlow. It's always fun when I get to actually partner with a company that makes an actually amazing app that I use every single day, and WhisperFlow is one of them because it fundamentally fixes one of the biggest problems you have, which is actual voice to text that understands what you're saying, that gets it right all the time, and can make corrections and even do formatting for you on the fly. Like when I'm trying to make a list of things I need from the grocery store, WhisperFlow knows I'm making a list and not just putting things in random blocks of text like Apple would. But also it's working on all your devices and also in any single app. So let's say, for example, I'm working on this script. I've actually got my little hotkey map to my mouse, and I can just hold down and speak and say, one of the cool things about WWDC was it was really cool to see Apple's new incoming CEO, John Ternus, make some appearances, and he will be the new CEO on September 2nd. Actually, he'll be the new CEO on September 1st. I let go, and bam, and what you'll see there is not only did WhisperFlow do an amazing job of capturing this, but it's able to correct my little flub there mid-sentence. So if you want to try it out for yourself, you can hit the link down below and you can use the code TACK on desktop. That'll give you 1 month of WhisperFlow Pro for free. I use WhisperFlow every single day because I don't have to use this thing anymore. See you, keyboard. Thanks so much to WhisperFlow for their support of the channel. If you guys want to check it out, I will leave a link down below. Check it out, and again, use my special code for that 1 month free today. And it seems like, given what we saw at the event, Apple's really gonna lean into some of the new dynamic island effects and the new Apple Intelligence stuff and the new Siri AI and all of these things to sell the experience on the software side to really make these phones better. But also, we just got our best look yet, not just at that, but also the hardware, as the dummy models have officially been unveiled for the 18 Pro, 18 Pro Max, and this iPhone Ultra / iPhone Fold, whatever the name actually is, and we now kind of see exactly what the phone is going to look like, and also what the colors are going to look like as well. Definitely a nice array of colors on the 18 Pro. Apple obviously found that orange definitely sold some Pro models, so looks like they're going to continue to lean in to the colors this year. Not sure how I personally feel about that cherry, but almost that whatever that blue is kind of harkens back to the Sierra blue from a couple of years ago. So kind of funny how Apple's recycling through some other used colors. Love to see a green if they bring that back from, what was that, the 11 Pro. And then of course we've got our look at what this iPhone Ultra is going to look like as well. We've got about a 5.5 inch screen on the outside with a little bit of a cutout. Obviously with the camera setup on here, looks like the iPhone Air just straight up took that camera off and morphed it with an iPad mini. Opening it up reveals about a 7.8 inch display on the inside, so very, very similar to an iPad mini when opened up. And the dummy model also kind of shows us what the hardware is going to look like with the buttons and the port and things like that. USB-C, you've got your volume buttons. It is kind of the leading theory right now that there will not be Face ID, but instead a Touch ID will be built into the power button. And then going a bit beyond phones, there are also some very, very clear flags as to what Apple is also going to be releasing next. We've heard from Bloomberg that new Apple TV models and HomePods are ready, specifically HomePod minis. Now with Apple Intelligence finally being ready, these are ready as well. And then also it was very clear, a couple of interesting call outs. You had a specific call out for security cameras with HomeKit Secure Video. We've heard that Apple actually wants to enter the space with their own competitor to all the other Wi-Fi cameras out there. So that could be a bit interesting, that maybe they were kind of testing the waters there. And then also with some of the new betas, it is extremely clear that Apple is preparing for a touchscreen version of the Mac, where basically you can test it out right now and see what it's going to look like. And there are other references and again, kind of the groundwork being laid for this Ultra MacBook coming later on and some of the other features we could see. So long story short, hopefully some really exciting hardware could make up for some less than stellar software when we get it later on this year. And again, rest of 2026 could be pretty busy, not just with new iPhones, Apple Watches, AirPods, HomePods, this HomePad, new MacBook Pros, and a lot of other things and wildcards we could see. So curious to know your thoughts on all this stuff, on the latest iPhone drama, your thoughts on WWDC, iOS 27. You like it? You not? Did you get the beta already? Drop a comment down below, let me know. Thanks guys so much for watching, appreciate you all. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see ya in the next one.